Hello, my friends, and welcome to a safe space. Today, we are talking about why you need to bring more joy into your life. Now, let me start off this video by asking you a question. How often do you do things that bring you joy? How often do you just have fun? And better yet, how often do you just have fun without thinking about work or school or whatever responsibilities that you have? We often get stuck in this trap where we're like, I'll have fun when I retire, or I'll have fun when I achieve this goal. I'll have fun when I have more money. And here's the thing, my friends, having fun, I guarantee you, is going to help you achieve your goals. I know that sounds weird, okay? But stick with me. Of course, there is an important balance to this, okay? If you're someone who does not prioritize your goals or your health or fitness or your career, if you're not prioritizing those things and all you're doing is leisure activities, then that's a different story. And maybe this video is not for you, but maybe it also is, because I think the message in this video is pretty universal. But then there's people on the opposite side of the spectrum where you feel guilty if you do anything that's not productive. Having a healthy balance between being a proactive, productive person who reaches for their goals, but also being a person who enjoys life. It's really important to have a balance between that. But I know that where it often gets hard is because time, or because lack of money, or lack of time because we have to work for money. That's usually the biggest block to having this healthy balance. But sometimes it's also just a mental block that we have where we just believe that there's not enough time. And if we actually started to open our mind to the possibility that maybe we could make some more time if we prioritized joyful activities every once in a while, or even as often as we need to for our mental health and well-being, maybe we would start to realize that we're actually getting in our own way when we say that we don't have enough time. Because likely we can make some time. I don't know, 10, 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour, however much of a window of time that you can create. Filling that time with joy. But the point of this video is really not about the technicalities of time management and all that stuff. My purpose for this video is to invite you to bring more joy into your life, and more importantly, to give you permission to bring more joy into your life and to inspire you to do so. Because here's the thing, it's so important. It's so important, and here's why. Here are 3 main reasons why you need to bring more joy into your life. Why it's just as important as possibly everything else. The first reason is that stress creates so many problems in one's life. Stress creates disease and dysregulation, depression. Stress can kill you, and stress does kill people all the time because they go throughout their entire lives so stressed out and burnt out that they don't get to the root of their issues. And you know what can reduce stress is doing something that brings you joy. Okay, next reason why you need to bring more joy into your life. It will actually make you more productive. And here's why. When you do something that brings you joy, whether you go on a little vacation or do a hobby that puts you in a flow state, or hang out with someone that you really love and just do something fun with them. When you do those things, it's like a reset. You find mental clarity again. You feel energized again. Suddenly, you're in a better mood. You have more motivation to get back to the work that you had left off before. Whereas if you are constantly working and constantly feeling burnt out and drained, how productive can you be from that state of mind? Maybe you are getting work done, but not to the quality or standard that it would be done if you were in a good state of mind while doing it. I actually place importance on doing simple things like going to a plant nursery, or going to my favorite coffee shop and reading a book, or going on a hike, or seeing a friend, having a phone conversation with someone that I love. I actually place importance on those things, and I actually don't feel guilty when I do them as long as it's in moderation. I'm also self-aware to recognize when I'm doing too much leisure activities and not enough of working on my goals, which also happens more often than it should. I'm just being honest here, so no judgment here. Everything that I share on here is usually something that I'm working through myself. And the third reason why you need to bring more joy into your life is because the point of life is to live. It's very important to think about, if you were to die tomorrow, would you be happy with the life that you've lived? I know that's a lot to think about, but like, people need to realize that you only have this moment right now. Tomorrow is absolutely never guaranteed. It's so important to check in with ourselves and make sure that we are actually living our lives, that we are not placing all of our value and our worth on how productive we are and how much money we're making. Although those things are super important to actually have more experiences, for sure. That's why I have a goal to make a lot of money and to be successful, and that's why I try to be a productive person, because I know that if I attain some sort of financial freedom, then that's gonna allow me to actually live my life so much more fully. So of course those things are super important as well, but we also have to check in with ourselves and make sure that we are still living right now as much as we can, because the fact that tomorrow is never guaranteed. And although we all have our certain goals and purposes and missions in life, I really feel like everyone's main purpose is to live. I feel like we have multiple purposes. I feel like one of our very important purposes is to grow and develop ourselves as a person, which is something we naturally do throughout our lives when we learn and make mistakes. And another big purpose, I feel like, is to serve others in whatever ways that we can. But what is any of that if you're not truly living? And what does it even mean to truly live? Well, that's obviously different for every person. It really depends on what brings you joy. But anything that brings you joy, that brings you happiness, are ways of truly living, especially when we're fully present for them. For example, we often don't see the people that we love most for really long periods of time because we're so busy with work and with life responsibilities. And then we look back on the year and we realize, I barely have any memories with this person that means so much to me, I barely have any memories with this year. Or for example, maybe you're someone who has all of these really cute clothes and you never wear them. You never wear them because you never do anything that you feel is worth the occasion of wearing them for. What's the point of buying these clothes that you love if you're never gonna wear them? They're not gonna wear themselves. Or we never go on vacations because we're trying to save money. I'm not promoting to just go spend all of your money on a single vacation, but there's such an importance in having new life experiences. You need to live life and you need to have experiences and you need to do things that bring you joy. And sometimes that requires a little bit of money. And it's okay to spend your money in that way as long as it's not excessive. So that's all I'm gonna share in this video today, but if you are also on a journey of becoming the best version of yourself, or you would like a safe space to come back to every week, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. I would absolutely love to have you a part of my safe space community. But other than that, I really hope that I see you in my next video. Blessings to you all.